Hello, and welcome to the Kern County Sheriff's Office presentation of 5 safety tips to keep your kids safe online. With the internet being an open window to anyone in the world, many parents are afraid for their child's safety, and rightly so. There are predators out there throwing out virtual hooks to see who will bite. When we hear the horror stories of children being kidnapped by an online predator, we wonder what we as parents can do. Prevention goes hand in hand with knowledge, so let's get started with learning these 5 preventive measures that can be implemented for any age to keep children safe. Number 1, know the apps your child is using. Know what the app does and what you use it for. Is it a video game? Is it social media? Maybe even is it a dating site? How is your child using that app? Are they able to communicate with strangers through that app? Many children have been lured by strangers befriending them online. Make sure that app you are downloading is age appropriate. If it has a mature rating, maybe that's not a good idea for your 12-year-old. No matter how mature your child may seem, they are still children and are susceptible to fraud and coercion. Knowing what an app does and how to use it will give you a better idea of how to protect your child. There are so many apps out there that do a multitude of things. Children are smart and catch on to new technology quickly. By the time we know about one app, they are on to another. Do your research and make sure the app is safe before you download it. It may be burdensome, but it is a safety measure that will add a layer of protection for your child online. Number 2, monitor your child's internet use. Most kids use their time on the internet for social media or entertainment such as games or videos. This being the case, we as parents need to monitor what our child is doing on the internet. Here are some parental control apps on the market that help a parent monitor internet usage. Not only can they track what websites are being accessed, but they can give you a report on the link, date, and time they were accessed. They can tell you what videos are being watched, how long they were on a specific app. They can give you a transcript of texts and location. Some apps have stealth mode where you can monitor activity and your child will be none the wiser. They can even send you a message when your child has seen something inappropriate or the language is trending toward risky behaviors. They have an abundance of features and only you know which ones will fit your family. We do not advertise for any specific application, but we do advise to use one. This can give you peace of mind without the constant attention that is needed to stay on top of your child's internet use. Here are some great resources for parents with a wealth of knowledge of the popular apps. The research has already been done for you. From dangerous apps to helping you set parental controls, these are websites that will help you navigate the world of apps. Number 3. Recognize the signs of a predator. When a predator initiates contact with a child, it is not something that a child can recognize as dangerous. A predator frequently uses subtle tactics to draw a child in. These tactics are called grooming. Let me give you several signs to watch out for. First, groomers will become your child's friend. They will spend time encouraging your child to express themselves and will not judge anything they say. The more time they spend online together, the more connected they become. If your child is spending a lot of time online and minimizing the screen when you walk by, or not wanting to spend time with the family or even be with their friends, it's time to find out who they're talking to. Groomers send gifts. Find out where your child got that new phone or designer clothes that they've been wanting. Groomers are not hesitant to spend money to get what they want. Also, predators are not just old men. They can be any age or gender. It can be anyone. Furthermore, any gender is a target. Sometimes we forget that boys can be targets too. Always remember, predators are patient. They can take months to groom their victim. They talk and communicate with your child until they slowly introduce adult subjects. After talking about adult subjects, they move on to asking for nude photos, and eventually they move on to physical contact. Just because a child has been talking to their friend for a long time and nothing has happened, doesn't mean nothing will ever happen. The predator is probably just biding his time until your child has been hooked. The fourth preventive measure is talk to your child. Yes, it sounds very simple, but it is one of the most important preventive measures you can take. Open communication between you and your child. Not like this, but like this. Talk to your child about sexting. Do they know what it is and what may possibly happen if they send one or pass one on? Talk about bullying. 85% of kids are most likely to tell their friends, not their parents, that they are being bullied online. Give them the opportunity to tell you. Talk about what is acceptable in relationships. Does your 13-year-old know that having a relationship with a 24-year-old is not appropriate? Teens take it as a compliment that an older, more mature person would want to talk to them. You are their number one safety resource, and talking with them will give you another layer of protection against online dangers. The fifth and last preventive measure is to take appropriate action. Our kids are not perfect, and their time on the internet may not be the best of choices. At times we find that their behavior online has violated the rules or guidelines that we have set up for them. It may even be that your child is getting bullied or groomed and they don't know how to handle it. This is the time for you as the parent to step in and take the appropriate action necessary. Appropriate action can include setting up parental controls, monitoring social media, having talks about appropriate relationships, or restricting time on the internet. We encourage reporting illegal or suspicious activity to law enforcement. We need parents stepping up and giving us information to be able to stop predators. If someone sends your child a nude or suggestive photo or asks for one, if they talk to your child about sex or wants to meet them in person, please report it to law enforcement. At the end of the day, you are your child's most effective protective measure. Your knowledge of the apps they use, your attention, your recognizing the grooming signs, and your verbal communication with your child all play a part of establishing those layers of protection. Kern County Sheriff's Office Crime Prevention Unit has a presentation specifically for parents that can give you more information regarding online safety. We give parents more information regarding those risky sites, ghost apps, how to set parental controls, bullying, and much more. This presentation is given to any community group in Kern County free of charge. If you are interested in scheduling a 45-minute presentation for your group, please contact our Crime Prevention Unit. Thank you for watching, and our hope is that you and your family stay safe.